came back to Dallas. And I was planning on different ones to say, what are you going to do? I said, well, I'm going to find another business to go into. And that's when Robert Shaw Controls contacted me to go to work for them. My rise to fame in there is that we were in all these different types of controls, and I would get the president of, say, one manufacturer and another manufacturer, and I'd get the two presidents together that didn't know one another, and I'd be the mediator to get them together. And if they played golf, I'd take them to Pebble Beach or down to Florida, and we'd work everything out, and I'd get my engineers and their engineers together. And everybody always has some complication that they're trying to overcome. So I was always that mediator to assist them to overcome that particular stumbling block. Right. And then if the people didn't like to play golf, I'd take them up to northern Canada and take them out on fishing. Yeah. And engineers, a lot of engineers like to fish. And so, and then the good thing about that in those days, you didn't have all the telecommunications, so we could go into isolation wherever that might be, you know. And I'd have a float plane that would take us up one place, and we'd get these guys that our guides, I'd get them to go on where I'd tell them to go, and they'd take off and go all night long, and I'd get my guest and I'd get on the float plane, and then we'd meet them up wherever in Timbuktu up there. Yeah. God's Lake. I was trying to think of the name of that up there. God's Lake.
So what did you prefer, playing golf at Pebble Beach or fishing in Canada?
I never was much of a fisherman, and we had two boats. We had a captain and a mate on the West Coast and a captain and a mate on the East Coast, and anybody that wanted to go fishing, I'd arrange for the fishing for them. Right. But my forte was golf. Yeah. And I'd always get first tee time, and then we'd go to lunch, and then I'd have the first tee time after lunch.
Who was the most famous person you ever golfed with?
Oh gosh, I've golfed with just about everybody. I used to visit with different ones and maybe be getting off the plane, and you know, they were always flying somewhere, and I'd be, but Arnold Palmer's one of them, and
was he any good?
And then, well, you know, Arnold Palmer, Dad was a groundskeeper back at Latrobe, Pennsylvania, and so he was good. Enjoyed going down to Florida always back in those days.